Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, good day. Proposal. The title is The Use of Cake Application of SMPN10 Pekanbaru by me, ANNISA AZZUHRA, with name 8184. This research proposal is submitted as first and the lecturer is Lani Malina as SM. And the first one for the table of contents in this slide, the first question, Chapter 2, Review of Related Literature, Chapter Reference. Okay, we go to Chapter 1, Introduction. First, background of the study abilities in learning English. Two of the value of to teach speaking in the classroom. English teachers and students and internet, including ready-to-use printed materials. An English teacher, however, should exercise caution with utilising the one that is the most pertinent and helpful for their students. Currently found online is called cake application. One of the vocabulary, so the researchers was particularly interested in saying if the application vocabulary achievement. Also, cake application are available for they constantly introduce new words that the student have never heard before also. Through contrast to the studies previously examined in online media, utilizing the cake app English by repeating lines said by modeling speakers in cake programs to improve their speaking ability. We continue to identification of problem. Research challenge in light of the presented research backgrounds is using the application skill at a grade of SMPN10 Pekanbaru, and the limitation of the problem get more in-depth and targeted in order to prevent misunderstandings. Only the effectiveness of skills that are over or accessibility within the video contents of the application was conducted in SMPN10, SMPN10 Pekanbaru, as sample of the population of this research. Of the problem. Based on the study problem that I have explained problem, the first one is H0 null hypothesis. In students speaking skill after being told by using cake application and that we were being told using cake. And HA alternative hypothesis. There is a skill after being told by using cake application and that we were being told using cake question. Several questions from the students. Now, question are, how is the speaking ability of the student at third grade? Using cake application can improve student speaking skill at third grade of application more effective than traditional method at third grade of SMPN and Pekanbaru. The research. The purposes of this research are, one, to know for students, especially at third grade of SMPN and Pekanbaru. Application on teaching students speaking ability. And the last, to know how grade of SMPN10 Pekanbaru to use application to learn their speaking skill. Significance of the study. This study will learn English teacher and also researchers. The researchers anticipate teaching tool, the student will have a better command of the vocabulary being told. Or in this case, other student can use this program to study English and gain advantages. And we move on to Chapter 2, Review of Related Literature. Speaking skill. Kinney, 1993, said that in a social situation, conversing or elite of communication. As a result, the fundamental speaking ability is context and situation. 2. Learning speaking. We need to add instruction in order to teach speaking. Importance of speaking skill. Speaking by Gate 2003. Due to importance, must speak it with confidence. And elements of sound articulation to convey ideas, thoughts, or feeling. Things including the following: first, pronunciation; second, grammar; third, phonology; and last, comprehension. Mobile application. An app, web app are that can be used to revert to a mobile application. a mobile account on a cell phone, such as a cell phone or tablet PC, on Technopedia 2018. Next, cake application. Newest and most widely like Android app or in the also Play Store by South Korea. It is a tool designed to improve speaking and abilities to talk confidently, persuasively on camera in situation. According to Shinha 2019, it might be a lot of fun. The best tool for learning to speak English that will be extremely helpful in daily communication. Okay, previous study. Subject of the study is discussed in the subset. Active videos and uses the drilling method, which seems to beneficial for assessing ones have indicated the effectiveness of using the application to improve 2020 showed that videos that students discovered in the cake created with student in mind and were intended to be understood. Translation, repeat of the language that was learned and beneficial to students. And from this that I have exposed and mentioned that is served on this app, that cake application can be critical so their speaking skill also affects students' confidence. And this chapter describes the research method used in research information, techniques of data collection, and also techniques of data of research. This study used an experimental research investigate the extent to which the use of cake application could help it as a potential teaching and learning tool for English. It is notably the creation of apps that EFL students may use. Next, SMPN10 Pekanbaru students are the population of this research. This study is for instructional media improving students' speaking skill in SMPN10 Pekanbaru. Next is treatment. In an experimental study, the treatment phase must be careful. The goal of the intervention in the study is to make it simpler for the student to take matters. Here, the pupils or students were instructed to use of cake. And the researcher provided an overview of the cake application by watching. She or he then instructed the pupils to get and use their own accounts to log in. And then the teacher is instructed of how many story to use. The research then discussed pronunciation and the student continued to read aloud video 3 times. The teacher next gave the student the access new words they have learned from the story or the video and practice. Next, instrument. Interview and questionnaire from a group used for this study. Interview is data collecting implemented by the subject of the research. Questionnaire also was another data. 1996. Questionnaire is from respondent about their personality or anything of data collection. The data was taken from interview session and questionnaire interview. The interview was given at the first and the last session to see the questionnaire. The student were given questionnaire to find out about the effectiveness of using the CAT application. That strongly agree, disagree, and strongly agree. And then that third sample t-test on SPSS data to determine whether cake was successful in assessing. The frequency of the students' scores are also identified using SPSS. However, several necessary statistical analyzing the t-test, normality, homogeneity testing were performed to determine the t-statistical test questions. So I will make it SPSS reference. There are so many references that I have used on this presentation of my research proposal. Thank you for attention. If you have WhatsApp or maybe email to @gmail. Goodbye. See you later.